Welcome to the Cinematic Odyssey channel. Today we're diving into a bold and shocking topic: 30 movies where actors actually had sex on camera. These intense and intimate scenes aren't just acting, they're the real deal, leaving a lasting impact on Hollywood. But before we jump in, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more exciting content. Let's dive right in. 30. Antichrist, 2009. Lars von Trier's Antichrist is infamous for its boundary-pushing content, blending psychological horror with explicit and disturbing imagery. The film includes a controversial scene of sexual intercourse alongside moments of graphically violent content. Though body doubles were used for the actors Willem Dafoe and Charlotte Gainsbourg in some scenes, the actual intimacy between the body doubles was real, further adding to the film's notorious reputation. This raw, unflinching approach to both sex and violence, paired with von Trier's trademark exploration of deep psychological themes, makes Antichrist one of the most unsettling films in modern cinema. Its brutal honesty and willingness to shock and provoke audiences have ensured its place in film history, though it remains a deeply polarizing and difficult watch for many. 29. Lust, Caution, 2007. Ang Lee, the director behind Brokeback Mountain, brought his nuanced storytelling to Lust, Caution, a World War II-era drama that delves into love, betrayal, and political intrigue. The film follows Wang Jiaji, a young woman drawn into a dangerous game of manipulation and passion with a powerful political figure. The connection between the two leads, Tony Leung Chiu-wai and Tang Wei, is electric, with their on-screen chemistry sparking rumors about the authenticity of their intimate scenes. The film's raw moments of vulnerability and intensity raised eyebrows, with many speculating whether some of the more graphic scenes were unsimulated. Despite the controversy, Ang Lee's direction uses these moments to explore the deeper emotions of his characters, making the film both bold and thought-provoking. 28. Starlet, 2010-2012. This film, directed by Sean S. Baker, follows the unlikely friendship between 21-year-old Jane and the elderly Sadie. The connection between them begins when Jane finds a hidden stash of money at Sadie's yard sale. As their relationship develops, they learn more about each other's lives, offering both emotional depth and a glimpse into their personal struggles. A particularly significant scene in the film reveals Jane's involvement in the adult film industry, a part of her life that adds complexity to her character. For this scene, Dree Hemingway, who plays Jane, decided to use a body double. Zoe Voss, a well-known adult film star, took her place, and the scene was so realistically filmed that it may be difficult for viewers to tell that it isn't Hemingway performing the act. For Hemingway, this decision allowed her to experience a shift in how she viewed the adult industry. The scene brings attention to Jane's duality. While she doesn't outwardly embody sensuality, her career tells a different story. The film invites viewers to reflect on the relationship between personal identity and profession, and how complex that balance can be in a world that often simplifies or judges such roles. 27. Nymphomaniac, Volume I and II, 2013. Lars von Trier's Antichrist is a film that deeply challenges its audience, often leaving them unsure of which scenes are real and which are staged. The film delves into themes of grief, pain, and human intimacy, all presented in a raw and uncomfortable way. This disorienting blend of reality and fiction makes it difficult to tell whether the explicit scenes are unsimulated or carefully crafted. What adds another layer of intrigue to the film is the use of digital enhancements. Some of the male actors' intimate areas were digitally altered, blurring the lines even further. The decision to leave such details uncertain keeps viewers on edge, forcing them to confront the intense and graphic nature of the film while questioning what's authentic and what's artifice. This deliberate ambiguity is part of von Trier's signature style, which often seeks to provoke, unsettle, and test the limits of what we're willing to watch in the name of cinema. Antichrist isn't just about the graphic imagery, it's about how those images make us feel, how they challenge our comfort zones, and how they push us to rethink the boundaries between art and reality. 26. The Brown Bunny, 2003. The Brown Bunny stands out in cinematic history for pushing boundaries, featuring an unfiltered and unsimulated moment of intimacy between its star, Chloe Sevigny, and director-actor Vincent Gallo, who were romantically involved at the time. The scene in which Sevigny performs oral sex on Gallo sparked a cultural uproar, dividing audiences and critics alike. Reflecting on the experience, Sevigny candidly admitted in an interview with Playboy that it was emotionally overwhelming, even joking, "I'll probably have to go to therapy at some point." When the film premiered at Cannes, it was met with vitriol, with legendary critic Roger Ebert famously branding it the worst film in the history of the festival. However, following a significant re-edit, Ebert revisited his opinion and awarded the film his iconic thumbs up, acknowledging its artistic evolution. The Brown Bunny remains a polarizing work, emblematic of cinema's power to provoke conversation, challenge norms, and elicit visceral reactions. 25. Cruising, 1980. Starring the legendary Al Pacino, Cruising courted controversy from the moment it hit theaters, drawing sharp criticism for its perceived homophobia. The film follows the gritty tale of a serial killer preying on gay men within New York City's underground scene. Adding to its provocative nature, the movie blends violent murder sequences with raw, unfiltered glimpses of intimacy pulled straight from real-life gay clubs, creating a jarring juxtaposition that left audiences divided. Director William Friedkin didn't shy away from heavy symbolism either. The film's sets are drenched with phallic imagery, an unmistakable motif that lingers in nearly every frame. While Cruising sparked outrage and protest, it also ignited conversations about representation, exploitation, and the boundaries of artistic freedom, cementing its place as one of cinema's most polarizing works. 24. Love, 2015. Gaspar Noé's Love pushes boundaries in every sense, with its unapologetically explicit content and groundbreaking use of 3D. Critics couldn't ignore the film's audacious approach, including one review by Ignaty Vishnevetsky, who pointed out that Noé didn't just expose characters to the audience. He showed them everything, literally, in close-up and 3D. Much of the film takes place in the intimate setting of a bed, with long, unflinching takes that allow viewers to immerse themselves in the raw emotions and complexities of relationships. Despite Noé's previous success with critically acclaimed films, Love drew sharp criticism for its daring style. Audiences had expected him to redefine cinema, but the question remained, did he break boundaries or simply go too far? 23. Wetlands, 2013. Wetlands is an audacious and provocative coming-of-age story that pushes boundaries with its raw depiction of an eccentric young woman named Helen. The film follows Helen as she navigates her unconventional views on hygiene, sexuality, and family dynamics, all while striving to reunite her estranged parents. Her unfiltered approach to life creates moments that are both shocking and deeply introspective, challenging societal expectations at every turn. One of the film's most infamous moments involves a scene that captures Helen's chaotic world in all its unvarnished glory, further cementing Wetlands as a work that refuses to conform to traditional cinematic norms. While polarizing, the film's unapologetic narrative sparks a conversation about individuality, connection, and the complexities of human relationships. 22. Short Bus, 2006. Short Bus is a 2006 film that centers around a group of New Yorkers navigating their sexual and emotional lives. Set in a Brooklyn salon, the characters come together to explore their relationships, desires, and personal struggles. The film is known for its raw and explicit portrayal of intimacy, featuring unsimulated scenes that delve deeply into human connection, both physical and emotional. The film's unflinching approach to sexuality sets it apart from typical portrayals of relationships in cinema, offering an honest and sometimes challenging look at the complexities of desire, vulnerability, and self-discovery. By embracing real, unstaged scenes, Short Bus invites the viewer into an intimate world where boundaries are pushed, and characters find both connection and healing in unexpected places. The film's candidness about sexuality is balanced with a deeper exploration of human relationships. making it a thought-provoking, if sometimes uncomfortable, viewing experience. 21. Stranger by the Lake, 2013. Stranger by the Lake, a French drama written and directed by Alain Guiraudie, has gained recognition as a dreamlike thriller for its haunting atmosphere and gripping storytelling. However, the film is unapologetically bold in its portrayal of intimacy, featuring explicit scenes and close-up shots that leave little to the imagination, especially when it comes to its characters' sexual encounters. The story unfolds around a secluded lake where a man becomes entangled in a dangerous relationship, exploring themes of lust, secrecy, and the blurred lines between desire and risk. While it may be unsettling for some, the film's raw and unflinching approach to sexuality sets it apart in the thriller genre. Guiraudie's direction earned him the Best Director award, and the film also won the prestigious Queer Palm at the Cannes Film Festival. Stranger by the Lake is a provocative and boundary-pushing piece of cinema, blending elements of mystery and eroticism to create an intense experience for viewers. 20. In the Realm of the Senses, 1976. In the Realm of the Senses, directed by Nagisa Oshima, is known as one of the most controversial films ever made, based on a real story of intense, uncontrollable desire. The film features numerous explicit scenes, many of which are unsimulated, though the more disturbing moments were reenacted. Slate described the film as a magical fusion of art and pornography, arguing that debates over whether it's porn or art are beside the point. It pushes boundaries, suggesting that questioning its classification is like wondering if ancient cave paintings of men with erections should be considered porn. It's both, yet something more. Raw, intense, and beautiful. In the Realm of the Senses delves into human desire in a way that defies traditional definitions of art and cinema. 19. Caligula, 1979. Caligula delves into the tumultuous and infamous reign of the Roman emperor, known for his erratic behavior and unrestrained indulgences. The film, directed with an unflinching lens, portrays the darker side of power, blending historical drama with intense and explicit depictions of excess that some viewers find unsettling. The movie's raw portrayal of intimate and hedonistic acts has been the subject of much debate, with critics and audiences divided over its artistic intentions versus its shock value. While undeniably provocative, these scenes aim to highlight the chaos and decadence of the era rather than serve as mere sensationalism. For many, Caligula is a challenging watch, not only for its content, but for the moral questions it raises about storytelling and the boundaries of cinema. 18. Dogtooth, 2009. Directed by Yorgos Lanthimos, this film takes a deep, sometimes unsettling look at a girl's challenging upbringing, shaped by her father's decision to isolate her and her siblings from the world outside. The children are kept within the confines of their family property, shielded from society and its influences, which creates an environment of tension and confusion. The film has received critical acclaim for its powerful, raw storytelling, but it doesn't shy away from discomfort. With a few real, intense scenes, it underscores how isolation and a lack of control can lead to deeply dysfunctional behavior. The complexity of the story resonates with viewers, drawing them into a world that is both heartbreaking and thought-provoking. The film may be difficult for some, but it forces us to reflect on the emotional consequences of a life lived without the freedom to grow or understand the world beyond one's immediate surroundings. 17. Enter the Void, 2009. Enter the Void, 2009, directed by Gaspar Noé, is an intense and visually striking film that immerses viewers into the neon-lit world of Tokyo's nightclubs. It follows Oscar, a young American drug dealer who is shot by the police and experiences a surreal out-of-body journey, watching events unfold after his death. Known for challenging the limits of cinema, Noé included raw, unsimulated adult scenes, making the film both controversial and deeply immersive. The director had dreamed of making Enter the Void for years, but had to first achieve commercial success with other projects to secure the necessary funding. The film ultimately became a daring exploration of life, death, and the spaces in between, leaving audiences with a haunting and thought-provoking experience. 16. Pola X, 1999. Leos Carax's The Lovers on the Bridge is a loosely adapted take on Herman Melville's novel, blending surrealism and romance in a visually striking manner. The film stars Guillaume Depardieu and Yekaterina Golubeva as two deeply troubled souls living on the fringes of society. The story captures the intensity of their relationship, filled with passion and despair. For the more intimate and explicit scenes, body doubles were used to ensure the realism of the film's raw and unflinching portrayal of their connection. These scenes, combined with Carax's unique visual style, pushed the boundaries of what is typically shown in mainstream cinema, making The Lovers on the Bridge a bold and often provocative exploration of love, pain, and obsession. 15. The Lovemaking of All About Anna, 2005. The Danish film All About Anna dives boldly into the raw intricacies of intimate relationships, intertwining sensuality and drama in a way that sparked significant debate. With its unfiltered portrayal of physical connection, including unsimulated moments, the film faced its share of public criticism. Director Jessica Nielsen, however, stood by her creative choices, explaining that these scenes were essential to the story's emotional depth and authenticity. Marketed as a romantic comedy with a daring edge, All About Anna breaks away from convention. It offers a candid exploration of love, longing, and vulnerability, presenting an unvarnished take on the emotional and physical connections that shape relationships. 14. Intimacy, 2001. Intimacy follows the journey of two strangers who meet regularly for anonymous encounters, gradually developing a deeper emotional connection. The film, featuring Mark Rylance and Carrie Fox, is known for its raw, unsimulated intimate scenes, which were a bold choice for the actors. Carrie Fox later reflected on her involvement in the film, saying she had no regrets about the explicit scenes. In fact, she considers Intimacy one of her proudest achievements, appreciating how it honestly explores the complexity of human relationships and vulnerability. Her candidness highlights the film's authenticity and her dedication to telling a real, unfiltered story. 13. Pink Flamingos, 1972. John Waters' Pink Flamingos is a cult classic that is well known for its boundary-pushing and provocative content. One of the film's most shocking moments features legendary drag queen Divine in an unsimulated scene with her son. While the actor playing her son was not actually related to Divine, the rawness and audacity of the scene remain a significant part of the film's shock value. The film is a prime example of Waters' style, deliberately challenging societal norms and pushing the limits of what is acceptable in cinema. As Roger Ebert aptly described it, Pink Flamingos appeals to that rebellious teenage curiosity, the desire to witness something outrageous and shocking, just to share the experience with friends. It's a film that isn't for everyone, but for those who appreciate its boldness and willingness to confront the extreme fringes of culture, it remains a defining piece of subversive cinema. 12. Venom, 1966. The Danish film Venom, also known as Venom, made waves for being one of the first mainstream films from Denmark to include some very explicit, unsimulated scenes. These bold moments in the film led to significant censorship in the United States, as certain scenes were blocked from release. The rawness and intensity of the intimacy depicted were so explicit that they might have easily pushed the film into an NC-17 rating, which would have restricted its access even further. Venom is known for its unflinching portrayal of human desires and the complexities of intimacy, blending them with a dark and unsettling atmosphere. It explores the intricate dynamics between its characters and confronts the viewer with the uncomfortable realities of human connection, all while using graphic imagery to make its point. The movie's daring approach to adult themes certainly challenged mainstream cinema at the time, making it a controversial yet memorable piece of filmmaking. 11. A Real Young Girl, 1976. Some films deliberately aim to provoke discomfort or challenge societal norms, And A Real Young Girl stands as a prime example. Directed by Catherine Breillat, the film explores the inner world of a 14-year-old girl navigating her burgeoning sexuality. While the narrative is framed as an intimate and unflinching coming-of-age story, its explicit scenes often cross into deeply unsettling territory. Though all the actors were of legal age, the movie's raw portrayal of taboo subjects has sparked significant controversy over the years. It's a film that forces viewers to confront their own boundaries and question the line between artistic expression and shock value. If this kind of intense, boundary-pushing cinema isn't your style, that's perfectly okay. Art affects everyone differently, and there's plenty of content out there that can inspire, uplift, or entertain without making you squirm. Let me know if you'd like recommendations for something a bit more comforting or lighthearted. 10. Sweet Sweetback's Badass Song, 1971. Decades after the film's release, Melvin Van Peebles revealed that he had contracted an illness while filming the groundbreaking blaxploitation movie. The film's opening scene features a young Sweetback, played by Van Peebles' son Mario, in a controversial moment. Mario later shared that he was persuaded by his father to take part in the scene, as his father was determined to finish the film. 9. El Topo, 1970. Alejandro Jodorowsky's El Topo is a groundbreaking film that is as much about its bold artistic choices as it is about the rawness of its scenes. Jodorowsky, who both directed and wrote a book detailing the film's making, revealed that many of the unfiltered moments were not rehearsed, which he believed made them feel more genuine and visceral. The scenes, captured with a small crew consisting of the actors, a photographer, and a technician, added to the feeling of spontaneity, making the audience feel closer to the intense, surreal world of El Topo. This approach to filmmaking, unrestrained and unpolished, helped cement the film's place as a cult classic, known for pushing the boundaries of cinema and challenging conventional norms. 8. Scandal, 1989. The Cup, 1982, is a quirky and bold Canadian film that follows a group of Quebec workers who, in an effort to make some extra money, decide to create their own adult film. What starts as a side project for the group quickly takes an unexpected turn when their finished product finds its way into the prestigious Cannes Film Festival. To their shock, the film's entry reveals a side of the Quebec government's culture that they hadn't anticipated. As they try to navigate the fallout from their unintended involvement in the festival, the movie explores themes of innocence, ambition, and the tension between personal desires and the larger political landscape. Through a mix of humor and unexpected drama, The Cup offers a satirical look at both the adult film industry and the complexities of political power. 7. Pasolini, 2014. Abel Ferrara made quite an impression with his film Pasolini, a biopic about the renowned Italian filmmaker Pier Paolo Pasolini. The movie delves into Pasolini's provocative career and personal life, showcasing his radical artistic choices and unapologetic exploration of intimacy. What set this film apart was Ferrara's unflinching portrayal of male intimacy, including some scenes that featured more explicit depictions of male anatomy. The decision to show such direct intimacy, particularly in a more erect form, stirred a strong reaction from many viewers, especially in public theaters. It was a daring choice that pushed boundaries, challenging traditional portrayals of intimacy in mainstream cinema. While the film focused on Pasolini's creative genius, his struggles, and his untimely death, Ferrara's approach to depicting sexuality in such an unvarnished way certainly left a lasting impact on audiences, forcing them to confront their discomfort and the raw realities of human relationships. 6. Through the Looking Glass, Part 1, 2011. Directed by Jonas Middleton in 1976, this Danish film has nothing to do with the Alice in Wonderland franchise, despite its whimsical undertones. Starring Catherine Earhart, the movie follows a socialite trapped in the monotony of her privileged life. That is, until she discovers a magical mirror that unlocks her deepest, most hidden desires. With each glance into the mirror, she embarks on a journey of passion and self-discovery, leaving her old life behind as she is swept into a world where nothing is as it seems. The film blends fantasy and desire, creating an unforgettable exploration of transformation and temptation. 5. Sweet Movie, 1974. WR. Mysteries of the Organism is an avant-garde dramedy by Yugoslavian director Dusan Makavejev, and it's as unconventional as it sounds. The film tells the story of a Canadian beauty queen who represents modern commodity culture, and she meets a captain aboard a ship transporting candy and sugar, all against the backdrop of a failed communist revolution. It's a quirky, surreal mix of social commentary, absurdity, and sexuality, exploring themes of desire, repression, and the clash between capitalism and socialism. The plot may sound confusing, but that's because the film itself is a wild combination of documentary-style footage, fictional storytelling, and experimental cinema. WR really pushes the boundaries of storytelling. It's a film that doesn't follow the usual rules, making it a challenging yet fascinating watch. It asks big questions about human nature, politics, and society, but in a way that's unlike anything most people are used to seeing on screen. It's definitely not an easy film to digest, but it's an unforgettable, thought-provoking experience. 4. O Phantasma, 2000. O Phantasma, which translates roughly to The Ghost or The Phantasm, is a daring and provocative film that explores the life of Sergio, a gay garbage collector who leads a solitary existence with only his dog for company. The film takes an unflinching look at his intimate world, featuring many unsimulated scenes that delve into his sexual encounters. The portrayal of Sergio's life is raw and unapologetic, yet deeply personal. One of the film's standout elements is its performances, particularly from lead actor Ricardo Meneses. Meneses' portrayal of Sergio earned critical acclaim, including a nomination for the 2001 Portuguese Golden Globe for Best Leading Actor. The film was also recognized in the festival circuit, winning Best Feature Film at both the New York Lesbian and Gay Film Festival and the Entrevues Film Festival. O Phantasma stands out not only for its bold exploration of sexuality, but also for its hauntingly beautiful cinematography and complex character study. It remains a landmark in queer cinema, drawing attention for its unapologetic depiction of intimate moments while sparking conversations about identity, desire, and the search for connection. 3. James Joyce's Women. This compelling film delves into the life of Nora Barnacle, the wife of the famous writer James Joyce, while also bringing to life the real and fictional women who influenced both his personal world and his literary creations. Directed by Michael Pearce, the film is inspired by Joyce's Ulysses and thoughtfully weaves together historical figures with characters from Joyce's novels, creating an intimate, evocative narrative. At the heart of the story is Fionnula Flanagan's portrayal of Nora, a performance that pushes the boundaries of what we expect from both the character and the actress. One particularly bold moment in the film features a 20-minute scene in which Flanagan's character explores self-pleasure, offering a raw, unfiltered exploration of desire and intimacy. This moment is just one piece of a larger story that invites us to reflect on the complex relationship between power, self-discovery, and the women who shaped both Joyce's life and work. 2. Paris, 05-59, Theo and Hugo, 2016. This 2016. French film makes a bold and unflinching statement by diving deep into the complexities of human connection and intimacy. The first 18 minutes are raw and real, showcasing unsimulated scenes between two gay men as they meet for the first time in an adult club. From this intense and vulnerable beginning, the film shifts to a more introspective journey, with the two men cycling and walking around northeast Paris, getting to know each other in a way that feels authentic and unfiltered. Throughout their time together, the film explores themes of loneliness, desire, and the search for deeper understanding, with each passing moment allowing the characters to open up and connect on a more personal level. The film doesn't shy away from the complexities of relationships, both physical and emotional, offering viewers a candid portrayal of what it means to truly see another person. It's a thought-provoking journey that emphasizes the importance of human connection, challenging societal expectations while highlighting the beauty and vulnerability of intimacy. 1. The Idiots, 1998. Lars von Trier has a reputation for pushing the limits of what's considered acceptable in cinema, and The Idiots is no exception. The film follows a group of adults who decide to break free from societal norms and embrace their inner idiots by living together in a suburban home. For them, this means throwing out the rulebook on everything from social behavior to relationships. Unsurprisingly, their rejection of societal expectations leads to explicit scenes of wife-swapping and group intimacy. What really sets The Idiots apart, though, is the fact that many of these intimate moments are unsimulated, giving the film a raw, unfiltered energy. The scenes are as much about the characters' quest for freedom as they are about challenging conventional ideas of art and performance. While the film has sparked a fair share of controversy, it's also a thought-provoking exploration of human behavior and the boundaries of artistic expression. Whether you love it or hate it, The Idiots definitely don't shy away from the uncomfortable. It's a bold, uncompromising work that asks tough questions about how far we're willing to go to find true freedom. What did you think of these shocking scenes? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss our latest content. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.